I moved to New York about a year and a half ago. I've had a spectacular experience here. It's a really exciting time to be in New York. There's so much tremendous activity around film and television, both in production and now post-production with the new incentive. And there's a lot of great development going on here. The downside, of course, was missing all of your friends and industry associates in LA. So personally, I was thrilled when I heard the news that the PGA conference was coming here, and I didn't have to go back to LA. One of the great joys and thrills for me in my career has been to get to produce in a lot of different mediums, and each new one I find so exhilarating and challenging, and it's so fascinating to see how different film, television, live events, political events, and theater are from each other, and yet also at the same time how similar they are. There are always problems that you have to solve. I mean, that's really, the job of producing is you arrive every day, whether you're in pre-production or production, you have your list of things that you have to do, that you're expecting, and by 9:30 a.m. at the latest every day, in every medium, there's some new problem that happens in some area, in some department that you weren't expecting, and your job then is to keep all the other balls in the air, but for at least an hour or two, you focus on the new fire, and you learn who started it, how did it start, why did it start, how do we put it out, how soon does it have to be put out, and you marshal all the forces to put that fire out, and then you move on with the rest of your day. And that's pretty much constant of producing, no matter what you're doing and no matter where you're doing it. In general, I think it's a really exciting time for LGBT issues. There's so much happening worldwide right now with the marriage issue moving so fast and in such an exciting direction here in the United States, and this growing awareness now on all of the LGBT issues worldwide. So on the one hand, there's a lot of energy and projects around LGBT issues, and on the other hand, there's still a real problem with representation, and but that's an overall problem in the industry, that we're still struggling to get LGBT stories, women's stories, African American stories, other minority stories, to get them told, to have people in those groups portrayed on screen, to have people in those groups participating off screen. I mean, the women's director issue is still just heartbreakingly, and furiously pathetic. The percentages, how low they are. So these are issues that the industry needs to continue to battle with and really focus on. And I certainly hope to be a part of those fights, until we achieve parity.